Hey guys, it's me, Desiree Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my crew, hey, that I call my subbies. And welcome if you've never seen me and you're watching me for the very first time. I'm Desiree Marie and I talk about locks like almost every single day. I show you guys my journey from the time that I started almost 3 years ago up until this very moment, as I'm almost 3 full years locked. I'm so excited and I love showing you guys everything from washing my hair, like actually washing my hair on camera, close-ups too, styling my hair, maintaining it, finding out what it likes, finding out what it doesn't like, trial and error. You guys get everything, a very transparent look of what I'm dealing with as far as my lock journey is concerned. Learning to love myself, love my hair totally and completely. I produce these videos to inspire you guys that are on your journey, as well as motivate you to continue. I also produce these videos for those of you that do not have locks and you're thinking about getting locks, or you just simply like the look of locks. I produce it all for you guys. So if you are interested in almost daily fun inspiration, hit the subscribe button because I produce videos almost each and every day. I love talking to you guys, communicating with you, and forming our very own lock community. But anyway, welcome to yet another video. Today we are doing a part 2 of our previous video. If you didn't see the first video, go ahead and check it out now. It is where I kind of addressed some of the things that, you know, if you don't have locks and you're looking to get locks and you're in the research stage and trying to figure out where to start, I pretty much produced some of my thoughts there. So if you are looking for those thoughts, go ahead and check it out. This is pretty much trailing after that video. So many of you guys have commented and I'm so excited to address a lot of you guys' comments, kind of a Q&A style video to answer your questions as far as locking your hair. You guys that have just locked your hair, you started, you don't know if you're on the right road, I got you. So yes, thank you guys for clicking on. We're gonna start with one of my favorite comments actually, and it is by one of my subscribers, and I don't know if it's a she or he, but they said, "Thank you for posting an instrumental and beautiful video. Individuals that choose to lock their hair are ready regardless of the so-called ugly phase, workplace, and family members and friends that don't support you. People come to the realization in life that their workplace and society will not dictate their look. Specifically women with cashmere hair." I liked when she or he said that. I'm sorry guys, that's Twinkie. Let's see, baby. I like when they said that. Cashmere, I like that. Cashmere hair, soft wool, but is labeled as coarse and kinky, will no longer accept global beauty as women with straight curly or hair with slick edges as the only type of beautiful hair. When a woman gets to the point where she realizes she rocked every hairstyle and texture, and is still not considered as human to be promoted, educated, and respected, she knows it's time to get real and be herself, including her hair texture, loose, natural, or locked. I would have loved to begin my journey sooner, but I was not wise in my early years and did not appreciate my natural hair texture and hid it for years on the guise of needing fullness and to cover my forehead. Well, when you're ready, you're ready. Nothing can stop you, period. Period. Yes, love thyself. I love that comment because, I mean, I don't think you can say that you weren't wise enough. You just weren't ready. But I totally love, I know I had to start this video with that comment because I love when she said, you know, sometimes you just get, you kind of get trapped in the hamster wheel of trying to conform to the world's standards of beauty, and you realize that every time you tried a different hairstyle just to fit in with the crowd, you kind of lost a piece of yourself. And the standards of beauty are always changing, like they're always changing. So what's beautiful now to the world may not be the highest standard of beauty like a month later. You know, trends are constantly changing, especially with social media. So you kind of get tired, people that are in that place, you kind of get tired of trying to conform, that you just realize, you know what, I just need to be me. I just need to do what it is that I love to do and love myself through it all. Whatever that process looks like, I'm going to do it. Whether you decide to go natural, lock your hair, you decide, you know what, I'm gonna do me, because society is constantly changing and I can't pattern my ways after society. I have to do what makes my heart happy. So I love that comment. I just wanted to start off with that. Shout out to WAQ Sano, who commented that. Thank you so much. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Wonderful, well said. There's no need to really speak anything more after that. So another question that I received is from another subscriber, and they said, I will be locked for 1 year and 7 months on July 14th. Yay! Congratulations! So excited for you. And I started with interlocked on a mohawk style when I actually shaved the sides of my forehead. Hey, that's cool. I have been semi-freeform going on 4 months on July 14th. Please reply your thoughts on my journey so far. Okay, so you said you're a year and 7 months, which will be in July 14th, on July 14th, which is coming soon. So congratulations again. You started interlocked with a mohawk style when you shaved the sides of your head. You are semi-freeform going on 4 months. Okay, so you want to know my opinion about your journey. I would say don't listen to my opinion about your journey. Love your journey. You started off with the hairstyle that you love most. You shaved the sides. I think that is so cool. Like, if I had the guts to do that, I would totally do that. I love the cool, edgy look of like sides shaven and that nice locked look. I've seen another person that I know rock that style and it looks so good. So don't ask me what I think about that, but rather love yourself in what you've already started. You know, if you're deciding to grow out your hair, okay, well now you're going to have to grow out the sides. You're going to have to lock those sides, and the sides will be baby locked, meanwhile the top will be mature. But you know, you can embrace it either way. I love it. You know, kudos to you. And if you want to keep shaving your head, do that, because it's so, I think it's so cool. It's such a cool variation to the normal lock look. You know, there's so many cool edgy styles that you can do with a mohawk style. So don't be ashamed that you have shaven sides if you're deciding now that you want to grow it out. Rock it, you know, baby lock it. It will lock fast because your hair is very short. So now that it's growing out a little bit more, if you're deciding to grow it out, I'm not sure. But if you're deciding to grow out your hair, the good part about it is you're starting with short hair, and short hair tends to lock faster because there's not much to, you know, for the lock to fill out. So it's going to lock fast. So embrace it, you know, do you, do exactly what makes you happy. When you keep your mindset in a limited space, you don't enjoy yourself fully. When you constantly want to, you know, I'm not saying that you're looking for validation, but when you're constantly thinking about what other people think about, which is totally cool, I do that all the time, but I've learned as of recent even more that you kind of have to do what makes your heart happy and what makes you look your best and feel your best, you know, and what keeps your hair healthy at the same time. So you're not doing any harm by having, you know, your mohawk style. Rock it, embrace it. Look, embrace it, okay? I see people with like shaven sides and they do like cool little designs and stuff. That is cool. Do what makes you happy. Don't even give two thoughts about what other people think, because their thoughts will change, you know. Do what makes you happy, all right? Thank you for asking that question. All right, so let's see. We have another. Okay, so another person asked me this question, and I think it will be very, very helpful if some of you guys comment your response, because I could use a little help with this one. Okay, so it's a very quick question. She said, some of my roots of my logs, which she means her locks, some of my roots of my locks are short and coming apart. Help. All right, so some of the roots are short and coming apart. Okay, so I would ask you one question. As I read that question, I think of one thing. Are you retwisting your hair with clips? And are you clipping it at the root? Because that might have an effect on how your hair will come apart at the roots. So if you're retwisting and you keep the clip in the root area and you sit yourself underneath a hooded dryer, your hair is drying in that very shape where the clip is, and it's actually puncturing the roots. So, you know, the disadvantage of that is that the roots get weak. There's always like a hole right in the root area. So are you retwisting your hair with clips that are poking the roots area that you're trying to fill out and retwist? And if you are, try to do something different. First of all, try not to use so much heat if you are. And when you're retwisting, if you're retwisting with clips, try to retwist and clip it towards the end. That's something that I recently discovered works, and something that I'm trying to do even more now when I use my clips. Another thing that might be happening is perhaps you tried interlocking your hair, and the middle part that you tied a knot, like the root that you tied a knot, is not fully developed after you interlocked, after you put your lock through the lock and created a bit of a hole. I know someone's child who they did this to their hair, and the person ended up with holes at the root of every single lock. And you know, it kind of like scared me, because I looked at the hair and I was like, well, like I was thinking to myself, well, how is this person going to grow their hair, you know, fully with that hole in the root? The person interlocked their hair, and now the person has beautiful hair. You know, it all filled out very well, but this person did not interlock properly, and it resulted in holes at the roots of the hair. So you know, just to wrap it up, are you using clips that you're actually keeping in the root area and putting your head under a hooded dryer and allowing the heat to form your, you know, your lock in such a way and mold it in such a way that there's a hole? Or have you recently interlocked your hair and did it the improper way, leaving a hole at the root? These things matter, and they do, when your hair grows out, it does affect your locks. So I would ask those questions, and if you did interlock it the wrong way, I would consider visiting a professional. Me myself, I'm not 100% versed in interlocking. I've never interlocked my hair before, so I would highly suggest that you seek a professional loctician to take a look at your hair and see what they can do to fix the problem. What you want to do, because I realized this in my journey, I'm just speaking from my journey because I can only speak from that. That's all that I have experience with. But when I tried to semi-freeform for months at a time and did not retwist, I realized that it was hard for me to mend the root together the way that I want to, because it's been so long. And I said that in a previous video months ago, that when you don't retwist as often, sometimes what you end up with is a situation where the roots are not as, you know, easy to go ahead and lock as easy as it would be if you were to retwist every, say, once a month or every 3 weeks. So try your best to retwist a little bit more often. I'm not saying to retwist every week or every 2 weeks, but retwist a little bit more often, and leave your hair just so, and let it bud and go through the whole entire lock phase all over again, because what you're going to end up with is a baby lock. And if you want to semi-freeform, and not retwist anymore, that would be a different situation. So if that is you, and if that is what you choose to do with your hair and not retwist anymore, honestly, I need some help. Does anyone else have that problem where their roots, you semi-free-formed and your roots are like splitting? Please let me know. I would really love to know. But I guess that's kind of where the beginning of my, where I started, you know, answering your question. I will go back to that question asking you if you've ever semi-free-formed, and if you have, try your best, grow out your locks, try to retwist if that is what you want to do in mending your hair, because retwisting will actually bring the lock back into formation. If you do not choose to retwist any longer, then you're going to have to just grow it out, and maybe palm roll a little bit in order to form that lock in the correct formation so that it grows the way that it should. I hope I answered your question very well in the very most honest way that I could. But if anyone else has ever dealt with that before, please let us know down below. Let us know your recommendations for this person, because I'm sure that this person would really appreciate your responses. All right, so another question that I have here is, almost 1 month locked. Yes, girl, you are doing it. You made it through not 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but a whole month. Girl, I am proud of you. And she says, just wondering, how long will I be in the frizzy stage? When will they start to form, and is there something I should do to help the process? Congratulations again about being 1 month locked, because not many people even make it to 1 month. You're awesome. So I'm so excited for you. And you're asking how long will you be in the frizzy stage? Honestly, you will probably be in the frizzy stage for about a year. And that may or may not happen because everyone's hair is different. So your hair is different from mine. My hair is different from yours. So your hair may be frizzy for your baby stage, which is the whole entire year, or maybe less. It's just something to know. You know, you're going to have to go through the frizzy stage. The frizzy stage is the most beautiful stage because that is when your hair is actually expanding and becoming the full lock it's supposed to. So in this matter, don't manipulate it. Don't try to do anything to compromise the frizzy stage, or, you know, because it doesn't make sense. Your hair is going to get frizzy again. So let it go, let it grow, let it become, because this is the stage where it's filling out the way that it should to its fullest like diameter. And you certainly don't want to mess with that, because you might end up with locks that are like shaped a little strange. Leave it alone. But if you must manicure your locks in such a way that you make it less frizzy, I would suggest lightly palm rolling. Just a light palm roll. And a palm roll is when you take your lock in the palm of your hand and you roll it in the direction that it should go, that you want it to be. Actually, I'm palm rolling it the wrong way here. Palm roll. And this helps to train the lock to grow in such a way that you want it to be. And it also eliminates the frizzies. As you're rolling the frizzies down lightly. Don't do too much of that, because that might end up, you know, the total opposite of what you're trying to do. So don't take the hairs and wrap it around. I've taken that advice one time and I totally regret it. But lightly palm roll your hair. So, you know, after showering, after washing your hair and you let it dry, palm roll it. Palm roll it, take your favorite oil and your leave-in spritz your hair, your oils, you know, take it, put it in your hair and just lightly palm roll it. And you'll see that the frizz goes down. You know, it won't be as frizzy as it was previously. But the frizzies happen, so, you know, this is something that you're gonna have to know, but your hair is in the perfect place it needs to be. Ooh, I'm so excited for you. The frizzy stage is so beautiful. Sometimes I wish I can go back to that stage. It was so cute. I just think it's so cute. It's so cute. Anyways, all right. So, All right, so we got a heavy question here, and you guys are going to want to listen into this one. All right, so this person says, I brought the idea of getting love, getting love to my mom, and she was not a fan at all. My sisters don't even like Locs, and they do too. They too think that it was just unkept and lazy hair. So they think that Locs are lazy and unkept. However, I really love Locs, and I seriously want to get them. I actually live right by a Locs salon, but I'm not allowed to get them. It's frustrating because it's my hair and I should have the choice to do what I want with it. But it seems like my entire family is against it, and won't allow me to get them. Should I just sneak and get them by myself, or obey my family and avoid the drama? Girl or guy, I'm so sorry. Whew, all right, so question number one, how old are you? Because you know what, it's not even about the age. Yeah, it is, because if you are under your parents' guidance, you're still, you're living with your parents, and you are still young, you're not yet at the age of adulthood, I suggest that you listen to your parents and, listen to them right now, because, you're under their roof, you're under their leadership. They do have the role in your life right now where they are providing you leadership and guidance for your life. So even though you may be young and you don't like it, I would suggest simply obeying your parents, because that is exactly what you should do. Obey your parents. You're under their roof. You want to make sure that you keep the peace by being obedient to them. I would never advise anybody to just go behind their parents' back and get Locs. You're still under your parents' authority, so you must listen to what they say. Even though you don't like it, listen to what they say. But when you get a little bit older and you leave their home, hey, now the ball is in your court. The rules are up to you. You can do exactly what you want to do. If you are an adult, and you're living at home, you might want to kind of have a talk with your parents and let them know, I love you, I respect you, however, this is my hair, and get an understanding with them. Have a talk with them. I would never tell you to just go and get Locs and come back like, hey, family. You don't want to do that. Be obedient and respectful if you're living under their roof. But if you're not, look, it's all up to you to do whatever you want with your hair. And like I said in the previous video, if you are old enough to do exactly what you want to do, and you get Locs and they don't like it, it's okay, because their opinions may change. They may not like it as it looks unkept in the immature stage, and you're still trying to figure out your hair and learn what it likes, and it's still becoming, it's still maturing, but their opinions may change, and it should not cause a division in the family because you lock your hair. Not at all. Your family, if they love you, they'll come alongside you, and they may not agree, but they will still love you. So don't be afraid. If you are an adult and you want to lock your hair, don't be afraid to do it. You'll just have to have a conversation with them and let them know what's really important to you, what your values are, and what you want to do with your hair. But if you are still a child, or you're not a child, but you're a teenager, and you're still living under your parents' authority, please just listen to them. Or you can try convincing them a little bit more, show them beautiful pictures of what your goals are, how you want your hair to look. And just let them know, hey, I don't want to be disrespectful, but in this time in my life right now, I really do want to make such a change that will help me health-wise, will help me to be able to focus on establishing a career, and I cannot do that right now as I'm always putting my hands in my hair, doing that with the loose natural stuff that I have to do with the hair maintenance. what's really important to me right now is building a foundation. And right now my hair, I just want it to be, you know, kind of out of the way so that I can focus on making you happy in other ways. You know, you can kind of work, you know, work the words a little bit to, you know, your parents. You know what they like, and you know what they like to hear. So kind of get creative, you know. I'm not saying to be manipulative, but be creative. You know your parents. But if it's a hard no and you're a child, please just obey their rules. Keep the peace until you find a place of your own, and you know, all the rules are up to you. As long as you're under your parents' leadership and authority, they have the final say over your life, and that's pretty much it. You can try to, like I said, work it a little bit, but their say is the final say, unfortunately, you know. But it will help you to build a little bit of character if they, you know, if you have to wait a little bit more. You know, waiting won't, you know, take away from your lock journey. It would just prolong it, but you waiting is not causing damage to your hair. You know what you want, and in the right time you'll be able to do it. All right, so that's pretty much it. Those are all of the newbie lock questions. I'm so excited to have you guys and ask, you know, have you guys talking and socializing, asking questions, and being able to address them in this video. I know it was super long, but I hope that it was very informational to you guys as you are newly locked and thinking about getting locks. Things like this, you know, these videos are very important because they provide support to you guys, because sometimes you may not have the support of your family and friends and your, you know, your boyfriend or, you know, your environment. But videos like this kind of encourage you and keep you inspired and motivated, and that's what I want to continue doing. So if you're not subscribed and you're looking for inspiration and motivation and all that fun stuff, you need to go ahead and subscribe, because I produce videos almost each and every day, and I love bringing you guys on my journey. So hit the subscribe button. Comment down below if you have any extra questions. We can roll this on to a new video. I can talk, I can help y'all, and we can help y'all. So comment down below if you have any extra questions that you'd like to be answered in a future video. And until then, guys, I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting this channel this far. I love you guys, and I have some great things in store for you, so you don't want to miss it. Keep your eyes peeled. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Later. Bye.